They called him the Great, but he was only 20 when he began his conquest. Imagine a young man who didn't just want to rule a kingdom, he wanted to rule history itself. Alexander was born in 356 BC in Macedonia, a small kingdom in northern Greece. His father, King Philip II, was a fierce warrior who had united the Greek states under his rule. His mother, Queen Olympias, filled his head with dreams of destiny, telling him he was descended from gods. As a boy, Alexander wasn't ordinary. He was brilliant, restless, and fiercely curious. His teacher was none other than Aristotle, the great philosopher, who taught him about science, philosophy, and the art of leadership. But Alexander's true classroom was the battlefield. When he was just 12, he tamed a wild horse no one else could ride, a black stallion named Bucephalus. The moment he did, his father looked at him and said, "My son, seek a kingdom equal to yourself. Macedonia is too small for you." When King Philip was assassinated in 336 BC, young Alexander took the throne at just 20 years. The world expected him to fail, but instead, he exploded onto the stage of history. Within 2 years, he crushed rebellions in Greece, then turned his eyes eastward to Persia, the greatest empire of that time. His goal, not just history but immortality. He crossed into Asia with his army. The battles that followed were legendary: Granicus, Issus, and Gaugamela, where his genius outwitted armies many times larger. The mighty King Darius III of Persia fled before him. Alexander had conquered the Persian Empire itself. But Alexander wasn't satisfied. He marched further through deserts, mountains, and unknown lands. He conquered Egypt, where he was hailed as a god, and founded the city of Alexandria, which would become one of the greatest cities in history. Then he pressed on through Babylon, Susa, Persepolis, and beyond. He dreamed of reaching the edge of the known world. His soldiers followed him across burning deserts and icy mountains until they reached India. There, at the Battle of Hydaspes River, he faced King Porus, a towering ruler with elephants at his command. The battle was fierce, but Alexander triumphed. His men, exhausted and homesick, refused to march further east. For the first time, Alexander turned back. As he returned to Babylon, something changed. The boy who once led with charisma now ruled with pride and paranoia. He began to see conspiracies everywhere and even executed his closest friends. Then, at just 32 years old, the Conqueror fell ill, perhaps from fever, poison, or exhaustion. Then he died. When asked who would succeed him before he died, he whispered, "To the strongest." His death shattered his empire, dividing it among his generals, but his name lived on, carved into cities, echoed in legends, and immortalized in history. Alexander had conquered lands from Greece to India, over 2 million square miles in just 12 years. He was the boy who wanted the world. And though he died young, Alexander the Great proved that even brief flames can burn brighter than 1,000 years of darkness. What do you think of Alexander? I'd like to know in the comment section. For more stories like this, please follow, like, share, and subscribe.